What's up, everybody? We're going to talk about a few things today, so I just want to run through the list for everybody. We're going to talk about duplicate serial numbers, Toy Story Trial Deck, Weiss Schwarz Blau, Rebirth For You Laid Back Camp, voice actor card collection, and just briefly on counterfeits. That's a lot of things, actually. So first up, I want to clarify. Yesterday, I talked about fake Grand Order Camelot, and one of the things that I had a problem with serial numbers was the fact that it replaced signature cards. It's something that is going to exist always at this point for Aniplex titles. We don't know the true reasoning behind it, though there's a bunch of theories on it. But there was a case where there was duplicate serial numbers. So we're going to travel back in time, back to April 23rd, 2021. This is for the set Magia Record Anime. This was the first set that got serial numbers because there was no signature cards. And I'm just going to scroll down here real quick. As you can see from this picture, this is the first round of them. And the serial number was really hard to see. Like on this image, really hard to see. You can see that on Saruno here, obviously it blends in, but when you have it in hand and when you flash the light, it's foil. You're gonna be able to see the serial number. So that's what we have here. And I'm gonna scroll down, and this was across the board. Obviously, when they got the Sword Art Online, they made some modifications. They moved it over here. On Camelot, it was in the top right? So there has been adjustments to the serial number to make it at least prettier for us as consumers or customers of this product, okay? Oh, the big problem with this was we assumed from this that you could see there's 3 digits. It's a 009 on this one. We thought there could be 10. It technically could go up to 999 if they really wanted to, but out of all the numbers we found, there was 10. That was actually found. There wasn't a like 11, 12. There was no serial numbers like that. There was no 100 or anything. So at this point, 10. We assumed there was 10 until one day, myself and Nick, he saw it first. It was on the auction center. There was a duplicate number, and the video that I'm talking about is this one. It's called Weiss Schwarz. Nick returns the top grading cards, duplicate serial numbers, Nazarick reprint, and Holo Live. You can see this is about 8 months ago. By the way, you can check out TCG here on YouTube. Here's his channel. He talks about a lot about graded cards, reprints, stuff like that. Grails, you can see this latest one. So pretty nice. Check it out. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please do that. I know he would appreciate it. So back to this video. This starts at 2641. So you can see it right here. This post was actually on the Weiss Schwarz Auction Center, your place for auctions, and you can get items for really cheap for the most part. And as you can see here, this person was selling 2 of these actual cards. They had an SP non-serial number and a serial number. I don't believe they even knew that this was a serial number. If you go back in the comments and read it, it's still up there on the auction center. You'll be able to see. I think at some point that person was like, oh, I didn't even realize there was a serial number. So it is hard if you're not looking for the serial number to recognize it there. Anyways, I'm gonna fast forward here. We're gonna go to 2820 right here. We're gonna go to 2825. I'm gonna zoom in. This is our card. You can see that notebook paper that was back there. And you can see on here, the serial number is 008, which is fine and dandy, but when you take a look at TCG Player at the same time and in a different state, 2 different locations, and you can tell this is Ideal 808, which is not that person selling on the Weiss Schwarz Facebook group. This one was 008 as well. And you can see that where the problem is. Serial numbers are great and all, unless you have duplicate serial numbers, which is the case. Again, this was the first time they had serial numbers, so maybe there were actual, logistical issues, quality assurance issues, and in this case, you can see that definitely took place here, because I highly doubt that they wanted duplicate serial numbers to reach the public. And further in the video, like if you keep going on, myself and Nick discuss, theories on why there would be duplicate numbers, but this has happened in the past. Can it happen in the future? Yes, it definitely can. I mean, anybody that's opened a Hololive case and gotten 2 SPs, or if you're the other person that got 0 SSPs, then you know, you could basically say something happened there with the quality assurance, as it did with this Magia record. So again, you haven't been around here for a while, but not everybody's been around here for a while. So there is your history lesson on duplicate serial numbers. Okay, this is a thing. Next up, we have releases for Japan. We have Welcome to the New Stage, not Holo Live, the Idolmaster Million Live. So this is coming out on Friday, but more importantly for me, I am looking at the Toy Story trial deck. Not to say that Million Live isn't great. The cards look amazing. Like if you look at the PRs and all that, they look simply fantastic. I haven't watched anything with the Idolmaster, so because of that, I don't normally look at or buy that stuff. Though I will say again, the cards look really nice, and I do want to check it out at some point. I just don't have the time. So trial deck, Toy Story. We got some images today. Go out there on Twitter, and bam, look at that trial deck. I think, again, if I put that up in my guest room, people stay over, they're gonna be like, oh shoot, there's a Toy Story. I think people will actually like it. It's one of those ones where as I see more and more of these, it looks better than I thought. And when I see this trial deck, I'm like, you know what? I can't imagine why any kid or anybody that likes Toy Story wouldn't like this. You're at least going to look at it a little bit. It's going to a little bit of intrigue, right? Out on the Weiss Schwarz website, there are actual the whole card list here for the trial deck is out here if you want to check them out and see all the wonderful pictures for it. I am definitely excited to actually see this. I know my sister was excited. Look at this. Anyways, moving on real quick. Weiss Schwarz Blau, we got more information on that. Again, this happens on July 14th. We don't really know much about it. There were cards that were shown on Twitter. But outside of that, what we found out today was we're getting some MCs. We got some Holostars dudes coming out here MCing this thing. So again, the time is 2000 and 21 through 2130 on July 14th. I probably said that really, really incorrectly, but that's what the information says right here. So check that out. Again, go on Twitter. It's out there. Next up, Rebirth For You. Laid back camp. It's gonna be interesting. There's not much on the trial deck. This comes out August 12th. No images or anything like that, but we got some about the booster box, and this is pretty cool. There is a 2-box purchase campaign. What you're gonna be getting in there is an Acrylic Clear Partner Card, which is pretty cool. So what is it? It's a gorgeous card made of acrylic material. Not only will you be able to use it in game, but the background part is cleared, so you can also take photos with the scenery you like, which is amazing flavor for this actual card. Think about it. It's like these girls go out into the world, and you know, like they camp, they take pictures. Like you see them in the actual show taking pictures of the scenery, and you too can go out there and take pictures of the scenery as well. So here are some partner cards. This is just partner cards for the partner cards. As you can see, this is amazing. The Deshko out there eating her ramen. And like a real life photo, and then they just, you know, have the acrylics. See, look at that, it's pretty cool. And then you have, actually this is just a PR card. PR, no, I don't know. Yeah, see, here we go. They threw me off. They threw me off. Here's the acrylics, and then you have a real life thing, and you take a picture of that. How cool is that? And then you have them holding rebirth cards. And so you scroll down here, and these are all the different ones. There's 12 of them. We don't have all the images yet. Obviously, this is one of the images since it's not down here. So we have 7 at this point. I think it's pretty awesome that you have these. Look at them. I want the drunk teacher. I think that would be... I think that'd be really cool to hold up and take a picture of. How cool is that? So they're definitely battling with Osica, and this is, yeah, I don't know. I just think that was really fun. Even though Rebirth For You is dying, and I would say it's not really a playing card game here in the States. It's more just a collecting kind of thing. I think this is really awesome. Really, really cool that they did this. And if you were planning on buying multiples of this box, maybe buy even numbers so that you can get the promos, right? Like that come with it. Next up is voice actor card collection. You know I love Bang Dream. Here is Roselia. They had a voice actor card collection box, and inside of there were cards of Roselia. So that's what we have here. And why I'm bringing this up is this is not the first iteration. There is an Roselia or Edel Rose number 2. We had Ayasa, and then we also have Amane here that was out there. And there's more on the Japanese side. This is just what was brought over to the Bushiroad Global Online Store, which the shipping is a lot. I know people talked about that with Hall Live. It is expensive. The next thing that's coming, actually, Edel Rose 2 is the next one that is coming. It's still out here on the Bushiroad site. The folder, not the folder, the actual supply set is gone. The one with the playmat, the deck box, and the sleeves, that is sold out. But you still have the folder and the actual card. When I went out here to this website, I saw Nan-chan here, so look at her. And she's out. She's promoting this thing. But anyways, why I really came out here was because Suilen comes out on September 22nd, 2022. I think this is going to be really cool. You know, I'm an actual fan of Suilen. It is, I would definitely say, I feel like they're my favorite band out of all the Bang Dream bands. So there will be a bunch of promo cards, and you have to buy from different places, which really sucks, depending on who you want to buy. I want Natsumi. I definitely want her and Risa. Those are my 2 favorite from the bands, and you can see here they have links to all the different places. So if I just click on one of them, or right click is what I did, but you can see out here on Gamers, you can buy it, and then you will get the PR card that goes with it. So for Pareo right here, okay? Translate. So that's where you want to go. It's coming out. I am definitely excited for it. I would imagine there's going to be at least a binder for it as well. I would imagine. I don't know for sure. That's just how it's always been. There should be a binder. There should be that. Will they have a supply set? I don't know. It would be cool to actually have a playmat of the 5 of them. That would be really neat. Okay, and that's it for voice actor card collection. Last thing I want to talk about is counterfeits. There was someone that posted a picture up on Facebook yesterday, the global group of counterfeit. It was a Miku quintessential quintuplets. I think that post has been taken down. I do have pictures from it, but I'm not going to put them up because it was taken down for some reason, so I don't want to figure out why, but there are counterfeits out there. There will always be counterfeits of cards. This is not the first Weiss Schwarz counterfeit. Just make sure before you buy anything, look up the card list. If you have any questions on it, you can go out here on the Weiss Schwarz Japan or Weiss Schwarz English sites. Take a look at the actual cards that do exist. You can ask people. The back was all completely different. The text was all wrong. The power, I think it was like a level 0, cost 0. That was like 10,000 power. So obviously that was completely broken and wrong as well. So just make sure if you have a question on cards, ask about it. I know some people may write back harshly, but it's one of those ones where it's better that you ask and not lose money, and at the same time you're making other people aware that these actually do exist. So this is the point of my videos as well. Not everybody looks in the same place. Not everybody watches YouTube. Not everybody goes to Reddit or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So the more information out there, always the better. With that, as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good day, everybody.